Mary gently tapped her cheek with her fingertips, attempting to communicate with the death row inmate in the courtroom using Morse code. She asked the man if there was any way she could help him escape his dire situation. Upon receiving the message, the man responded with a series of blinks. Due to the complexity of the information, Mary immediately pulled out a pen and meticulously recorded every detail until they had finished conveying all the information. In the end, the verdict was announced. The man was sentenced to death, to be carried out in 3 days. However, he remained calm and composed because just moments ago, he and Mary had agreed on a bold prison break plan. The man's name was Mike, a notorious master thief. That night, Mary followed Mike's instructions and arrived at a designated wall. She located a special brick, gently pushed it, and the entire wall slowly rose, revealing a hidden BMW car behind it. She quickly started the vehicle and drove to the next hideout. When she saw a road sign indicating 37 kilometers ahead, she stopped the car, and to her surprise, the mountain in front of her gradually opened up like a giant gate, allowing the car to enter a deep cave. Mary entered a string of codes to open a safe, which was filled with cash and various medicine bottles. She picked up the yellow and green bottles that Mike had specified, preparing to bring them back to the prison to carry out the rescue plan. However, to successfully save Mike, she needed the cooperation of a key figure, John, the police chief. John had always been greedy for beauty and had long been fond of Mary. When Mary showed up at his door, he was overjoyed. John immediately expressed that he would do anything for Mary as long as she agreed to marry him. Seeing that he had taken the bait, Mary casually picked up a newspaper on the table, which happened to feature a report about Mike's impending execution. She feigned great interest in Mike and requested to see him before his execution. John initially refused, citing Mike's extreme dangerousness. In response, Mary decided to take a more aggressive approach. She gently teased John with her nose, and he instantly agreed but insisted on accompanying Mary to the prison. Mary smiled slyly, as this was exactly what she wanted. That night, the two arrived at the prison, and John convinced the warden to allow the meeting under the pretext of a special interrogation. The three of them entered the interrogation room. Half an hour later, John walked out of the room with a blank expression, coldly stating that Mike was unresponsive, like a wooden puppet who wouldn't say a word. The warden sighed in exasperation, saying that Mike had been like this since his imprisonment, never communicating with anyone and always appearing dazed. The next day, the execution time arrived, and the prison guards cut off Mike's collar, escorting him to the execution ground. Even in the face of his dire situation, Mike remained stoic, showing no fear. The sheriff, sensing something amiss, suddenly remembered the various masks found at Mike's residence. Realizing the gravity of the situation, he rushed forward to stop the execution, but it was